George Walker Bush, the 43rd President of the United States, is a figure whose life and legacy have left an indelible mark on American history. Born on July 6, 1946, in New Haven, Connecticut, he was the eldest son of Barbara and George H. W. Bush, who would later become the 41st President of the United States. From his formative years in Texas to his presidency, Bush's journey was marked by triumphs, challenges, and controversies, shaping both the man and the nation he led. This biography delves into the key moments and influences that defined George W. Bush's life. Early years and education. George W. Bush spent much of his childhood in Texas, where his family moved when he was just 2 years old. Growing up in Midland and Houston, he experienced the dynamic blend of Southern charm and Western frontier spirit that would come to define his political persona. Despite his privileged upbringing, Bush's parents instilled in him a sense of duty and service. After graduating from Phillips Academy in Andover, Massachusetts, Bush attended Yale University, where he earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in history. His time at Yale was marked by a sense of rebellion against the prevailing liberal culture, and he became known for his outgoing personality and love of sports. However, it was during this period that he also struggled with issues of substance abuse, a battle that would later shape his personal narrative and approach to governance. Early career and business ventures. Following his graduation from Yale in 1968, Bush enlisted in the Texas Air National Guard, serving as a pilot until 1973. His military service, though controversial due to allegations of preferential treatment, provided him with valuable leadership experience and a sense of camaraderie that would influence his later political career. In the 1970s, Bush ventured into the oil business, following in the footsteps of his father. Despite facing setbacks and financial challenges, he eventually found success as a co-owner of the Texas Rangers baseball team, further solidifying his ties to the Lone Star State and showcasing his business acumen. Entry into politics. Bush's entry into politics was inevitable given his family's deep roots in the Republican Party. In 1978, he made his first foray into public service with an unsuccessful bid for Congress in Texas. Undeterred by his defeat, he continued to hone his political skills, serving in various roles within the Republican Party and eventually winning the gubernatorial election in Texas in 1994. As governor, Bush implemented conservative policies focused on education reform, tax cuts, and crime reduction, earning praise for his bipartisan approach and pragmatic leadership style. His successful tenure as governor served as a launching pad for his presidential ambitions and helped him establish himself as a national figure within the Republican Party. Presidency and global challenges. In 2000, George W. Bush narrowly won the presidential election against Democratic candidate Al Gore, following a contentious recount in Florida that ultimately decided the outcome. His presidency began against the backdrop of a divided nation and a rapidly changing global landscape, with issues such as terrorism, the Middle East, and the economy dominating the agenda. One of the defining moments of Bush's presidency came on September 11, 2001, when terrorist attacks orchestrated by al-Qaeda claimed the lives of nearly 3,000 people on American soil. In response, Bush declared a «war on terror» and initiated military interventions in Afghanistan and Iraq, with the goal of rooting out terrorist networks and promoting democracy in the region. However, these actions would later be met with criticism and controversy, as the wars dragged on and the human and financial costs mounted. Domestically, Bush pursued an agenda focused on tax cuts, education reform, and healthcare expansion, including the implementation of the Medicare prescription drug benefit. However, his second term was marred by challenges such as the response to Hurricane Katrina, which exposed shortcomings in the government's disaster preparedness and response efforts. Legacy and post-presidential years. As George W. Bush left office in 2009, his legacy was hotly debated, with supporters praising his leadership in the aftermath of 9/11 and critics condemning his handling of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. In the years since, Bush has largely stayed out of the political spotlight, focusing instead on philanthropic efforts and his passion for painting. Through his work with the George W. Bush Presidential Center and initiatives such as the Bush Institute, he has continued to champion causes such as veterans' health care, leadership development, and the promotion of democracy abroad. Despite the controversies of his presidency, Bush remains a respected elder statesman within the Republican Party and a symbol of resilience and resolve in the face of adversity. Conclusion. George W. Bush's life and legacy are a testament to the complexities of leadership and the enduring impact of individual actions on history. From his upbringing in Texas to his presidency, he navigated challenges with a blend of conviction, pragmatism, and resilience. While his presidency will always be subject to scrutiny and debate, his commitment to service and his unwavering belief in the promise of America continue to resonate with many across the nation. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel.